What's up, YouTube? Zandar here. Today we're opening a box of Fate Reforged of Magic the Gathering. Like I said before, I'm getting back into Magic, and with that being said, we got to open some booster boxes. Plus, it's always fun just to see what people get out of these. Will we get a God box, per se? Or will we get a dud? I bet it'll be average. They all seem to be average. All of our boxes always come with a little insert here. Talks about Friday Night Magic typically. And let's get started. First time we go through these packs, we're going to talk about the anatomy of a pack, what you expect to see, and how they kind of work. You're always going to have about 10 to 11 common cards, noted by the set indicator here, and being black. Uncommons are going to be silver, with rares being gold, and mythics being orange. Our first uncommon is a Sib-Sig Muckdraggers, an Abzan Kingard. Our last uncommon is a Vault Breaker, and our rare for the pack is a Supplement Form. Not too bad of a card. 6 mana cost. Return target creature to its owner's hand. You put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that creature. Oh my gosh, look at that first pack. Oh, we got a fetch land also. This is a Polluted Delta. You can tap it, pay 1 life, sacrifice Polluted Delta, search your library for an island or a swamp card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. What an exciting find for our first pack there. That is completely awesome. Well, maybe this will be a really good box. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Mistfire Adept. Let's move our camera a little bit here. Our first uncommon. Elite Scaleguard. Dark Deal. And our rare is a Mob Rule. 6 mana cost. Choose one. Gain control of all creatures with power 4 or greater until end of turn. Untap those creatures. They gain haste until end of turn. Gain control of all creatures with power 3 or less until end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste until end of turn. So just a good kind of run the whole deck card. It's kind of nice to be able to play your opponent's minions for a turn. We have a Mindscour Dragon as our first uncommon. I totally just screwed my stacks up there. Bear with me 1 minute. So we can save a bunch of time later. Neutralizing Blast. Hatched Defenses. In our rare, Shaman of the Great Hunt. Great card. I believe this one, yeah, it's the 5th most important card in the deck right now. 4 mana cost for a 4/2 with haste. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Just awesome. Has Ferocious, 2 and then 2 split mana, be it green or blue. Draw a card for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Another just great find in this box. Fruit of the First Tree. Ugin's Construct. Battle Brawler, and a Shunyan, the Silent Tempest. This is a 3 mana cost, 3/2 with Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, the creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 2 split mana of red or white. If you do, target the creature gains double strike until end of turn. You guys don't care about seeing some of that other stuff. Let's get it out of the way there. Alright. Shockmaw Dragons, our first uncommon. Hewed Stone Retainers. Renown Weaponsmith. And our rare is Dromka the Internal. 5 mana cost, 5/5 flyer. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, bolster 2. Nice card. Tranquil Grove and a token. I wonder how many fetch lands we could possibly pull out of this. Every one of those last land cards has a chance to be a fetch land from a different set. From Cons, which is actually pretty awesome. It's one of the first blocks to ever do this. Lotus Eye Mystics. Ruthless Insects. Fascination. And a Flame Rush Rider. It's a 5-mana cost, 3/3. Whenever the Flame Rush Rider attacks, put a token on the battlefield, tapped and attacking. That's a copy of another target attacking creature. Exile the token at the end of combat. You can also use this as a dash card. Arashian War Beast. Abzan Beastmaster. Bloodfire Enforcers. And our rare is a Monastery Mentor. Number 2 card in the entire box right now. This is shaping up to be a very solid box very quick. 3 mana cost, 2/2. It's got prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess onto the battlefield. Just awesome. Man, can you imagine if we got a fetch land also in that pack? Whew. Talk about the greed. The greed's strong sometimes. We have still yet to see some premium cards, our foil cards. Valorious Stance is our first uncommon. Whoa, I kind of ripped the card there. Orc Sure Shot. Ruthless Insects. And our rare is an Arc Bond. 3 mana cost. Choose target creature. When that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. Dragon Rage. It's our first uncommon. Bloodfire Enforcers. Timur Sabertooth. And our rare is Atakra, the World Render. 7 mana for a 6/4 flying and trample. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. Awesome card. Takes a while to get out, but whew, that's some damage right there. With dragons coming out here in 2 weeks, you might see that played a lot more with as many dragons that are in that set. Ooh, I saw our first premium. Alright, Dragon Rage. Ward Scale Dragon. Goblin Boomkeg. And an Archfiend of Depravity. 5 mana cost, 5/4 flying. At the beginning of each opponent's instep, that player chooses up to 2 creatures he or she controls and sacrifices the rest. Our premium is just a common card of Ambush Krotig. Timur Sabertooth. Cloud Form. Wandering Champion. And a Soul Flayer. I actually really like this card. 6 mana cost, 4/4. It's a demon. It's got a delve. If a creature... If a creature card with flying was exiled with Soul Flayer's delve ability, Soul Flayer has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample. My gosh, he's got everything. He is just a genie in a bottle. He's got all sorts of tricks. Battle Brawler. Hero's Blade. I like that kind of graphic there. Russian Warbeast and a Jeskai Infiltrator. 3 mana for a 2/3. The Infiltrator can't be blocked as long as you control no other creatures. When Jeskai Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, exile it in the top card of your library in a face-down pile. Shuffle that pile, then manifest those cards. Our uncommons, Ugin's Construct, Wild Slash, Sage's Reverie, and a Rally the Ancestors. A 2 white with an X. Return each creature card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile those creatures at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exiles Rally of their Ancestors. Not too bad of a card. Don't really see it used too much. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comments below. I keep accidentally looking at the that fetch land spot. I need to fix that. Destructor Dragon, Jeskai Barricade, Rage Form, and there it is. Woo! That's why you buy these that's why you buy a pack of these. That's why people buy boxes of these right there. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. He's an 8 mana cost with 7 loyalty. You can +2. Ugin deals 3 damage to target creature or player. -X. Exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less oh my goodness, learn to talk if you're going to be on the YouTube. I'll see that in the comments. Exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less that's 1 or more colors. -10 loyalty, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Awesome, awesome card. Yes, Ugin gets a sleeve right from the beginning. Most of the other ones are getting sleeves too, but he commanded it. He told me. Card told me I need a sleeve. All right. Karsai High Priest, Battlefront Krushock, Wild Slash, Alicia Who Smiles at Death. 3 mana cost, 3/2 with first strike. When Alicia Who Smiles at Death attacks, you may pay split mana of white or black. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. Not too bad. Nothing to write home to mom about, but not too bad. Cash Defenses is our first uncommon of that pack. Hungering Yeti, Frostwalker, and Kolgath the Storm's Fury. 5 mana cost, 4/5 flying. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of turn. This also has a dash cost as well. You may cast this spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner hand at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh, this pack's being right. It's fighting me. It's fighting back. All right. Naturalizing Blasts, where we're going to start neutralizing blasts. Sorry about that. Mardu Woe Reaper, Diplomacy of the Wastes, and our rare is a Temur War Shaman. Really good card, but you can get this from the intro pack. So, 6 mana with a 4/5. When the Shaman enters the battlefield, manifest the top card of your library. Put that card on the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up at any time for its mana cost if it's a creature card. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Pretty handy ability. I expect to see 2 fetch lands in this box. I think that's kind of how it works with Fates, it seems like. Honor's Reward, Hungering Yeti, Goblin Boomkeg, Tasker the Golden Fang. I actually really like this card. It appears it has a line on the top of it. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video there or not. Let's see here. I can kind of get it up there, but that's kind of odd. He's a 6 mana, costs 4/5. He's got Delve. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty decent abilities. And he's just a pretty cool card. Cloud Form, Diplomacy of the Waste, Reality Shift, Temporal Trespass. This is another mythic. This is actually a really good card. I'm pretty sure this is pretty much in the top 15 right now. This is an 11 cast. Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1. So it could be as low as 3 mana if you've got 8 cards in your graveyard you want to exile. Take an extra turn after this one. Woo! Nothing wrong with an extra turn. Great card. I'm not sure how much that's seeing play right now, but you would sure think you would see a lot of it. Oh, we got a premium card back there. Light Form, Merciless Executor, Fearsome Awakening, and a Dragon Scale General. It's a 4 mana cost, 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, bolster X, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. Not too bad. Frontier Siege. That's our premium rare of the box. Just trying to see. This is actually in the top 15 right now as well. I'll be interested to see what the foil price on that is. It's a 4 mana cost. As Frontier Siege enters the battlefield, choose cons or dragons. Cons. At the beginning of each of your main phases, add 2 green to your mana pool. Dragons. Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Kind of decent. I could see that being good. Any card that gives you more mana. What else could you ask for, right? More cards or more mana. That's really about all you need. Reality Shift is our first uncommon. Fearsome Awakening. Noxious Dragon. Sandstep Mastodon. 7 mana for a 5/5 with reach. When the Mastodon enters the battlefield, you can bolster 5. Basically, choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put 5 +1/+1 counters on it. You can definitely make something else quite a bit stronger. We got a premium cleric in there. And the rest of it is just cards. Alright, let's see what else we can pull out of this box today. Pyrotechnics. Humble Defector. Rite of Undoing. And a Frontier Siege. That's funny. We already went over that card just 2 seconds ago. So there we go. I think a foiled Frontier Siege should give you 3 mana instead of 2. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? And overpowered. Sib-Sig Muckdraggers. Sage's Reverie. Hero's Blade. Mastery of the Unseen. 2 mana cost. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, you gain 1 life for each creature you control. You can pay 3 and a white, manifest the top card of your library. Not too shabby. I don't think that card's seen much play right now, so we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Sudden Reclamation, Honor's Reward, Friendly Fire, and a Yosava Dragon Claw. This is a 3 mana cost, 4/2 with Trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay up to 1 and 2 split mana of blue or red. If you do, gain control of target creature and opponent controls with power less than Dragonclaw's power until the end of turn. Untap that creature and it gains haste until end of turn. Our uncommons are Winds of Kalsisma, Wardscale Dragon, Humble Deflector, and our rare is a Shamanic Revelation. This is a 5 mana cost. Draw a card for each creature you control. It's got Ferocious, so you can gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Ooh, and we got our premium uncommon Humble Deflector. It's a 2 mana cost, 2/1. You can tap it and draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of Humble Defector. Activate this ability only on your turn. Our uncommons, Jeskai Barricade, Vault Breaker, Destructor Dragon, and a Crux of Fate is our rare. 5 mana cost, choose one. Destroy all dragon creatures or destroy all non-dragon creatures. Great card, again. I think it's in the top 8. Awesome card to pull from this box. It's going to be very handy, especially with dragons coming out here in a couple weeks. While we're doing this, guys, let me know what else you'd like to see or might think gets pulled from the box here at the end. Don't forget to hit subscribe on this video and like it so I can keep doing more openings like this for you all the time. With dragons coming up, with new intro packs, with new fat packs, I'd like to get a hold of them and do some reviews. And more importantly, let you guys see what we can open from it. Our first uncommon's a Mardu Shadow Spear. Corsi, High Priest. I don't know how you say that exactly. Sudden Reclamation. And our rare, Dagdar the Adamant. 4 mana cost, 0/0 with Vigilance. The Adamant enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. You can do 1 and 2 split mana of swamps or green. Move a +1/+1 counter from target creature onto the second target creature. Oh, we got another premium rare card in a box. That's the first time I've seen that. We've got a 6 mana cost Mob Rule. Choose one. Gain control of all creatures with power 4. You've seen this card already. So, yeah, we got a premium one of that. That's a crazy pack. For some reason, during that pack, I just lost, like, all my brain. I don't know where it went, but it was not with magic cards. Let's see if I can get it back. Renowned Weaponsmith. Absent Beastmaster. Wandering Champion. And our rare is a Flamewake Phoenix. Pretty solid card. 3 mana with a 2/2, flying and haste. The Phoenix attacks each turn if able. It also has Ferocious, so at the beginning of the combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you can pay another red. If you do, the Flamemaker Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. So a nice way to get it back. Premium Swamp. Why not? We're down to about 7 more packs, it looks like. Do you think we're going to pull another fetch land or not? Is it pretty common to get 0 fetch lands or 1 fetch lands in a box, or is it common to get more than that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. First uncommon's a Channel Harm. Murang the Real Rift Prowler. Ooh. Break through the line in our rare. Soulfire Grandmaster. This box is money. This box is giving us every card we need. We got an Ugin, a Monastery Mentor, our Soulfire Grandmaster. The only thing we have not pulled yet is a Horde Chief and a Whisperwood Elemental. That's what we need, guys. That's crazy. 2 mana cost, 2/2, lifelink. Instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. You also pay 4 mana, 2 of it being split between blue and red. The next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, put that card into your hand instead. Put that card into your hand instead of into your graveyard as it resolves. Why that was hard to read, I will never know. You guys think? I think the Soulfire. No, only Ugin deserves to be special. Let's just finish this. That card was trying to whisper to me, but I won't let it. Lotus Eye Mystics is our first uncommon. Rite of Undoing. Pilgrim of Fires. And our rare is a Citadel Siege. This is a lot of text. We got 4 mana. As Citadel Siege enters the battlefield, choose Cons or Dragons. Cons. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on all target creatures you control. Dragons. At the beginning of your combat on each opponent's turn, tap target creature that player controls. Pretty solid. All right, it's official. 6 packs left. Will we see a second fetch land? Will we see the last couple of mythics we're missing? Probably not. We've pulled a lot of mythics, it feels like. We'll review all the cards at the end, like always. Winds of Kal Seisma, Elite Scale Guard, Break Through the Line, and a Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. This is a land. You can tap it and add 1 colorless mana to your pool. You can spend 1 and tap it, put a storage counter on the Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, or you can tap it and remove all the storage counters, or however many you want, from the dragon. Add X mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. Pretty solid card if you're playing dragons. It'll gain value, I bet, with the next set. I'd be really shocked if that card doesn't gain some value. First uncommons, a Mind Scour Dragon, Friendly Fire, Pyrotechnics, and a Monastery Siege. This is a 3 mana cost. As the siege enters the battlefield, you can choose cons or dragons. Cons, at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card, then discard a card. Dragons, spells your opponent casts that target you or a permanent you control cost 2 more to cast. That's pretty solid. It keeps them from casting stuff on you. Noxious Dragon, Fascination, Shifting Loyalties, and a Wild Call. This is a 2 mana cost with an X. Manifest the top card of your library, then put X +1/+1 counters on it. To manifest a card, put it onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up at any time for its mana cost. Ooh, we're down to 3. Will we pull a fetch land? Our first uncommon, Abzan Beastmaster, Bloodfire Enforcers, Grave Strength, and our rare is a Sage Eye Avengers. 6 mana cost, 4/5 with Prowess. Whenever Sage Eye Avengers attacks, you may return target creature to its owner's hand if its power is less than Sage Eye Avengers' power. Before we get done, I'd like to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy them. If you see something you'd like to see done better, let me know. Eventually we're going to have a play mat. I'm just now getting back into Magic, so I don't got one of those. First uncommon's a Misfire Adept, Fruit of the First Tree, Glorious Stance, and our rare is a Palace Siege. I think we've gotten every siege you can get in this box. 5 mana cost. As the siege enters the battlefield, you can choose cons or dragons. Go figure that. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Or if it's dragons, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is it. This is it. Will it be Ugin again? No. Will there be a fetch? There's a fetch land. I can feel it. I'm probably being too greedy. Sorry for the green. It happens. Krosai High Priest is our first uncommon. Battlefront Krushok, Wild Slash, and what will it be? Ooh, Mardu Strike Leader. 3 mana cost, 3/2. Whenever the Strike Leader attacks, put a 2/1 Black Warrior creature token onto the battlefield. You can dash him for 4 mana. You can cast a spell as a dash cost. If you do, it gains haste and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner hand at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh, and no fetch land. So there's our box, guys. Let's go through a review of what all we got again. We got that Strike Leader, the Palace Siege, Sage Eye Avengers, Wild Call, Monastery Siege, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, Citadel Siege, Soulfire Grandmaster, great pull, Flamewake Phoenix, Mob Rule, Premium Mob Rule, Dagtard the Adamant, Crux of Fate, Humble Deflector Premium, Shamanic Revelation, Yasova Dragonclaw, Mastery of the Unseen, Frontier Siege, Ashen Cleric Premium, Sandstep Mastodon, Frontier Siege Premium. Both are rare premiums there. Dragonscale General, Temporal Trespass, Tasker of the Golden Fang with a lion in it, Timur War Shaman, Polgath the Storm's Fury, Alicia who smiles at death. Ooh, the guy who does not smile at death. He doesn't even worry about death ever. Ever. Rally the Ancestors, Jeskai Infiltrator, Soul Flayer, Ambush, that was a premium, Archfiend of Depravity, Attacker of the World Ender, Arc Bond, Monastery Mentor, sorry Ugin, Flame Rush Rider, Dromka the Internal, Shunyun the Silent Tempest, Shaman of the Great Hunt, Mob Rule again, ooh, that Polluted Delta, that's our fetch land we got from the box, and Supplicant Form. Let me know, guys, what do you think? How do you think this box turned out? I think it turned out amazing. We pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, oh man, 4 or 5 mythics out of this box. We pulled almost every great pull you could get other than a Whisperwood Elemental, so I could not be happier right now. With that being said, make sure you comment on the video, subscribe, click that like button. We'll keep new content coming, and we're currently working on pre-release videos as soon as possible to help you do draft pre-releases. Thanks, and remember, keep playing Magic.